Hi, it's Sandy here. Goodness me, this morning has just been such an interesting energy to work with. I tried to do this new moon rose reading in my garden, and this reception was poor. And then, just as I was deciding to do something else with it, the neighbour over the back from me started up a hose, and helicopters went overhead. So I've moved back into my office, and you'll see that the rose behind me is from the Rose Marset, and she says, "I am compassion." And yeah, that's sort of really the flavour of the morning this morning. I hope you're navigating these times well. It's certainly powerful. It's certainly intense, and even I've noticed for my own journey this last week, it's been such a roller coaster of emotion or energy coming up that creates a real sense of contraction on the energy fields, and a dropping away, a pulling away of what was known, that is incredibly uncomfortable in the process. But what comes from it is an expansion. So this sense of contraction and expansion, almost like going through, what was spoken of as going through the eye of the needle. And yeah, powerful, powerful, powerful times. And we're right in the middle of this eclipse window from the middle of August to the middle of September. And my sense is that what's being triggered off for us in this particular eclipse will carry us forward and through to the full moon on the 16th of September, which will be another portal and a way shower through for us that will allow us to upshift our energy and our approach. It's really feeling that the change that we're experiencing on our outer realm is so connected to what's coming up for us internally, and what we're able to process, what we're able to actually deal with, and to ultimately release. We cannot take these old stories with us, and we are opening up to the new, energy, the new approach, the new speed. It feels like things are going to be pretty speedy, and the clearer we are in our relationship to that, or to what is occurring in our experience, the easier the pathway through, the more graceful the pathway through. The roses in this last 2 weeks in particular have been very, very active, for both for myself and for many of you that work with them on a regular basis. They really are showing us pathways and threads into anything that we're holding on to that is not love. Anywhere that there is discomfort or disharmony within the energy fields that starts to rumble for us, we have to look and say, where is this not love, or where am I not being love in this? So they're active, and they're powerful portals for us to bring consciousness to what's occurring and to navigate our way through. Powerful times. So, as this is the new moon rose reading for the eclipsed new moon of the 1st of September 2016, let's see what the roses have come forward for us for illumination. So, are you drawn to rose card 1? Are you drawn to rose card 2, or are you drawn to rose card 3? Just see what has energy on it for you. So if you drew or you chose rose card 1, this is Rose Ma 5. Now she is in this final set of the Rose Ma roses, and the Rose Ma roses are all about the qualities of the awakened and empowered heart field. So this rose says, I am wisdom. And I think she came up on the last reading. So this is about being able to really tap into our inner learning, our inner knowledge, our inner guru. It's interesting that what's come up for me in this last month has been where I am in relationship with, you know, a guru, a teacher that I've had some journey with in the past. Where does that sit for me now? And the sense I have is that we are all being asked to be our own gurus, to be able to go within us and tap into the light and the information that is there within us, and to allow that to be the illuminator for our pathway, the illuminator for the choices that we make, and the guiding light, I guess. You know, it is for us to be the illumined ones, the ones that hold that frequency within us, to be way showers and guides for those around us. So she says, you know, you carry within you the seeds of the wise woman, or the wisdom keeper, the wise man. We are moving towards this place of sovereignty, this place of being able to crown our own inner queen or inner king. And from that place to take a sense of surety and containment within ourselves, which allows us to be a steady, or to be sitting in a very steady boat as we navigate through these chaotic nodes and this very changeable energy field that is apparent at the moment. So beautiful Rose, and she's calling you to really hold that knowledge of the wisdom that you hold within you. So if you chose Rose card 2, Rose card 2 is Rose 5. Now Rose 5 was from the original Rose deck, and she works with the throat chakra. So again, no surprise here that the rose that's connected to the throat chakra is the one that's come up so clearly for us at this time. You know, speaking our truth, being very discerning, knowing that our voice carries power, and what is said, once it goes out there, is out there as a carrier wave. It cannot be taken back. So to be very mindful of what you're sharing. There is always a case for not sharing ahead of time, allowing insight and inspiration to cook, to settle within you, to be able to then share it out in the world. So she's a very beautiful, refined and defined rose with that gold blush that's behind her petals. So, you know, this is a beautiful rose to work with, and if you've called her, she's asking you to be very mindful of what you're speaking, but always to come from that place of integrity, alignment and truth, to find this place of being able to speak your truth, but at the same token, do that with kindness. Powerful, beautiful rose to work with. And if you chose Rose card 3, here she is. And this is Rose 3. Now, she sits on the spleen and she's all about joy. So what she's asking is for attention for what is joy for you, where you can bring more joy into your life, where you can bring the sweetness in life. You know, the spleen in Chinese medicine works with the pancreas energies too. So the spleen, pancreas work together, and this is just gorgeous, gorgeous. She's fluffy, she's effervescent, she's abundant as a rose, and stunning in her power to remind us, you know, to make time for fun, to make time for joy, and to be aware, to bring sweetness into your life. You know, the spleen is connected to the immune system. It's a filter for the blood, and you know, our whole energy system is enlivened by an active sense of ourselves and sense of our joy and presence in life. So I hope you enjoy her. She's just just a beautiful, beautiful rose to work with. So those are the roses for the rosy reading for this powerful new moon. And I hope they've given you some extra insights for your journey at this current time, and where you can bring your focus to either to wisdom or clear expression or joy. These seem to be the pieces that you know we're being reminded of, so that when we open to this new pathway, we come into this place of really knowing ourselves. You know, what was said above the temple at Delphi was know thyself, and of course to thine own self be true. Oh, I've got a pussycat. Sorry, somebody else wanted to join the reading. So yeah, excuse me, I'm just going to move the tail. Fluff now. So yeah, these are times when actually accessing these places within ourselves holds great power and great potential for us. The cat is causing mayhem. And as a side note, I'm in the process of recording and getting together all of the pieces for the launch of the online classes on the 22nd of September. It looks like it will be just Rose 1 as an online class to start with, and then I shall incrementally add the others in. I have a Rose retreat coming up, a day retreat at the Chalice Well in Glastonbury on the 17th of September, and I think that's going to be really quite a special gathering. There's already a good group coming together. I've got 4 more places, so if you feel to join us, and we'll be really looking at this place of self-love and honouring of ourselves as women, because this place of self-love is the absolute foundation of this new paradigm. And self-love is not selfish, it is self-aware, and it has an honour to itself of, you know, of our journey and what we bring. So there's a real richness in working with the 3 chalices of the feminine and making sure that your sacral chalice is in fact a golden chalice and not a leaky colander. I hope you might feel drawn. Yeah, these are just powerful and amazing times. I'm off to do a consultation at a marina now, locally, and then tomorrow I head down to Brighton to Botanica 216, and I'm taking the roses to weave with aromatherapy and plant medicine. And as you know, they are pure vibrational medicine for the heart. So on that note, from my heart to yours, with much love and rosy blessings. Thank you for joining me. And Max, of course. Thank you. Bye.